This video comes to you from Gongaii Games, your source for Star Wars Destiny singles, sealed product, and tons of other great games. Check them out at gongaii.com. Use discount code COMMANDO10 at checkout for 10% off your purchase. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dice Commando for round 2 today from Gongaii Games. On our left today we have Amy. She's playing Kit Fisto and Aayla Sakura. She's on Obi-Wan's hut. And right we have Andrew. He's playing Han Biggs Falcon. That's with the armored reinforcement plot, which will allow him to pull the Falcon as soon as he wants. Right, for the roll-off, it does look like Amy got it. So she will get to choose battlefields. She will most likely choose hers, which she does. Andrew will put 2 shields likely on Biggs. Yep, which he does. And let's get started. So Amy will have first strike here. Andrew will have to get creative in order to get his extra $1 that he needs. Remember, the Falcon that he's going to be after is the 4-cost Legacy's Falcon. So he needs to make $1 before he can get it into play. Alright, so we see a Shoto, we see a Guard, a Conflicted, Sound the Alarm, and a Force Illusion in Amy's hand. Andrew usually plays with his cards on the table, so it's very hard to see his hand, right? So Amy opens with a Shoto on Kit for 2. Andrew will roll in Han. He's hoping for a money or a special. Gets neither. Gets a blank and a discard. Back to Amy. In comes Kit. With a blank, a +2, and a 2. Alright, so Andrew drops a drop in to reroll. Does reroll into 4 damage, which is not bad. Does Amy guard here? So she's going to remove the +2 on the Shoto to remove the 4 damage on Han. Andrew immediately brings in Biggs. Okay, gets a gun and a money. There's the $1 he was looking for. Alright, Aayla comes in with a 2 indirect and a 1 melee. Andrew takes his $1, puts him at 3, so now he can bring in the Falcon. Andrew, remember, wants to be on the be in control of the battlefield so he can roll out and hit. So there's 2 indirect. Andrew puts them both on Han. Biggs is the more important one in this deck once the money's been made. Alright, so he's going to do armored reinforcement. He's going to go dig for his Falcon. And there it is. Alright. Just explaining the armored reinforcement. And it is Amy's action. Amy does have 3 damage showing. Alright, there's 3 more into Han. Now 5, 6 health remaining. Alright, Andrew puts 2 into Kit. Now at 9 health. Oh, he's changing targets. He goes after Aayla first. 8 health remaining on Aayla. Amy passes, and Andrew claims. I think she didn't expect him to not roll out the Falcon there. Alright, she passes as well. So now we go into second round, each with $2. Andrew does have control. So it makes sense why he used drop in for a reroll. Drop in is activate one of your characters or supports if you're fighting on your battlefield. This event has ambush. So they're not on his battlefield, so that card's worthless to him. Right, so he opens up with paying 2 to put a twin laser turret on the Falcon. Here comes Aayla. 1 melee and a special, not bad. Alright, so there's a hit and run. So Andrew's going to be able to bring in all his guys. So Biggs is going to activate. When you activate Biggs, you can activate a vehicle and reroll its die if you so choose. Andrew does choose. And then the Falcon, of course, when you activate the Falcon, you can activate one of your characters. So all of Andrew's characters just came in. So we're seeing we have a money, a 2-gun, a disrupt, an indirect, a 2-shield, and a 3-for-1. And he does have ambush. With his ambush, he takes the $1. Not the best use, but it does put Amy under pressure. Okay, so she's going to sound to reroll all of them, or yep, she's debating whether or not to reroll Biggs. I could see the argument for, yep, I think that's a good choice. Alright, TLT rolls its base 2, and Han rolls a 2. It is now Andrew's action, so he's got a 4 showing, which he can use, but he's going to pitch to reroll first. Gets a blank on the Falcon and a $1 on Biggs. Ooh, Amy has a CQA in her hand. She has an Ancient in her hand. That CQA could end up being bad for Andrew. Alright, so he drops a dorsal turret. Dorsal turret will get to roll in. Is that 2 indirect? Kit comes in with his 3 dice. It's a money, a blank, and a money. Alright, so Andrew takes $1 off Biggs. Back to Amy. Amy's going to CQA, drop Andrew's card. Defensive position. So Andrew's out of cards now, so he's just going to go resolve. So do the indirect first. 1 indirect and 2 indirect, total of 3, but it does matter that it's a 1 and a 2 for the purpose of Force Illusion if she decides to pop. Okay, so 1 goes on to Kit. 2 more. Okay, the other 2 into Aayla. Saving the Force Illusion for a bigger one, which makes sense. She does have $1 for the Conflicted. Alright, so she'll resolve the special. Remember, Andrew's out of cards, so he can't do anything about it. So she goes to the 2, and she'll blank one of them. It doesn't actually matter since Andrew can't reroll. I think with the reroll, though, I think you would want to blank, or even assuming Andrew had a reroll, I think you want to blank the TLT, but okay, Andrew shoots Kit. Nope, he goes after Aayla again. Amy will pop that time. Loses a Pacify and a Treasured. Again, she's got $1 for her Conflicted. Okay, that's what she's going to do. So she'll reroll the Kit money. And hits with a 1 melee. So Han will take 2 more, putting him at 7. Andrew claims and pays the $1. Which is smart, because Amy's showing 4, so that would be a dead Han, but now she cannot kill him without the reroll on the Shoto. Remember, Obi-Wan's hut says give a blue character claim, give a blue character a shield, or pay 1 resource to give a non-blue character a shield. That 1 resource kept Han alive. Smart move. Alright, so Han's now at 10. Yeah, pinching that Ancient for the Shoto was probably not a good idea. But if it had worked and she'd killed Han, then it would have looked great, right? So. Alright, so next round, these guys have $2. Andrew has 1 more activation to get everybody in, so here comes Biggs with a +2 and an indirect. Falcon will come in with a die reroll, although he just rolled guns on it, so he will not. And a blank and a special on Han. Right, there's a motive, probably for guns. Gets money, stays in. Alright, so he'll hit for 2 indirect and shows negotiate, a hero card, to gain $1. That's on special. Probably goes on Kit. Yep. Back to Amy. Amy has a handful of weapons. She's going to be in trouble for control here. So what happened, Andrew just pointed out that he had the TLT die instead of the twin laser turret die. So swapped them out and then blanked it. Because it was the wrong die. Now that was the case the round before as well, but neither caught it. So bringing it in with a blank is the gentlemanly thing to do. Okay, so Amy thinking over here. If she puts down a weapon, she can get a shield off that Shoto. No, but she does not, so she just brings Kit in. I think she wants to get some defense online here, which makes sense. All right, Shoto showing the +2. Kit showing a 1 and a 1 resource. So Andrew's going to pitch to reroll for a bunch of guns. 1 on the dorsal, 2 on Han, and guns on the Falcon as well. Remember, Biggs is on his +2. Okay, so there's a dead Han to take the 2 off the table. There's nothing he could do about that, clearly. Right, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into Aayla. It's a dead Aayla. And then he has 3 more to go into Kit. Kit will be able to block 2 if Amy chooses. Yep, she's got a handful of weapons, nothing, and a handful of weapons in a bind. Okay, so she pitches Ezra for a reroll. Another blank on Kit. Andrew will put 3 into him. Now she can block the 2, chooses not to. She's going to go for damage here. Alright, so she drops the binds for a reroll. A 2 focus. Does she reroll again? Alright, Andrew pays 2 for a planetary. That's big trouble. So planetary bump or planetary uprising is when you claim, deal 2 damage as 2 damage to opponent, which they can do as they choose. It's essentially indirect, but the card was before indirect existed. Alright, pitches the dagger. She needs to hit here. There we go. Alright, so Andrew claims. Deals 2 indirect from planetary uprising. So Amy could have still removed, but I think she wants to put damage on. So net, she'll hit for 4 and a net 2 go into Biggs. Alright, and there's an ancient. Now does she meet it? She does. She immediately heals. Puts him at 6 again. Which is smart because with that planetary, Andrew doesn't need to do a whole bunch of damage here. But if Andrew can get a hit and run, he can roll in and there's nothing Amy can do about it. Let's see how many cards he discards here. Probably just digs for hit and run. Yep, there we go. Hit and run. If he rolls 5, there's a +2, so he gets a reroll, remember. Oh, doesn't need it. There it is. That's game. That's what this deck does. So Andrew takes this game. If you enjoy what Dice Commando's doing, please throw us a like or subscribe. We'll be back very shortly with round 3 from our quarter kit today, and thank you for watching Dice Commando.